Movies bring about a wide range of emotions, but the number one most fun reaction you can have from watching a film is laughter. So it's about time I put together a list of comedies. Making a top list of funniest films is more difficult than any other genre because what makes you laugh is so unique to who you are. Everyone has different tastes and different senses of humor. Most top lists I do, I like to think of as a curating of content to select what I think is the best. But in this case, it's really up for grabs. I almost didn't even want to make this video because it can't be conclusive by any means. I just went by the top of my head which movies actually made me laugh the hardest. And just to set some rules, this is only a list of narrative feature-length films, not stand-up comedies or TV programs. For example, one of the funniest comedians I can think of off the top of my head is Chris Rock, but I'm not going to pick Lethal Weapon 4. I mean, it's only the movies we're talking about here. So in no particular order, I'll just throw a bunch at you. So this is not a top list, it's just sort of a handful of highlights. So the first group of films here we recently talked about on rental reviews. So just to reiterate, I guess, Airplane and Caddyshack. Those two are kind of like pioneers in their field, along with Animal House. They paved the way for a new breed of outrageous comedies that sort of bend logic in new ways that hadn't been done before, such as Dancing Gopher, which would not fit in any other movie of this kind. These don't have much plot. They're just gag after gag after gag, and they might not have the funniest gags ever, but it's the consistency. It's how fast it delivers a joke and keeps you laughing for the longest time. It may have helped seeing these at a young age, but I think watching them today, they still hold up. Dumb and Dumber is also incredibly funny. Even though it's a Jim Carrey vehicle, Jeff Daniels steals the show, whose character Harry is the pure essence of dumb. As I mentioned in the rental review, on the DVD extras he says before the camera would roll, he'd shake his head to slosh his brain around to empty out any degree of intelligence he had as a person. Ernest Goes to Jail is another one we talked about, where Jim Varney plays two roles, as Ernest and his criminal lookalike who switches places with